All right, folks, we're back. Story analysis. I am Pierre.
And I am Chris.
I guess you're Chris. Anyway, but
I see you were trying to follow up my bit from last time, huh?
I know, right?
Couldn't think of anything else.
Damn it, I couldn't. Christian, I couldn't. Damn
It's
you.
okay, Pierre. It's okay.
Damn you.
You'll get him next time. You'll get him next time.
I'm infallible. I'm not infallible. Crazy shit. But anyway, man. Episode 21. Three more to go, Christian. Three more to go.
Three more.
And then we're doing poems. I'm just gonna keep sprinkling that. And then we're going poems.
We're doing poems.
We're doing poems.
He's manifested this wish of his to do poems.
Bro, so much. You have to figure out how we're gonna do that, but it is what it is. The grace of God will take us there. But yeah, Courage, episode 21.
There were some really powerful lines in this episode.
From the least expected. When I read this, we watched this. We're gonna go through it. When I read this, like Courage, I'm like, okay, this is probably Thorfinn because he just told Leif he's on his way. But no, Courage was the least courageous person in my book, bro.
I told you I liked Olmar, man. You counted him out. You didn't like him.
I hate it. I hate him
Olmar.
still. It took too much. Bitch, you caused all this. Olmar's the reason. But anyway, we'll get back to it. Rich King. Oh, yes. Aftermath of the battle. Great. They basically just kill these motherfuckers. It has been like they got washed. They got wiped off. We're seeing broken arteries. Like we're seeing freaking limbs. You know, Wolf's like, all right, listen.
That's one thing Vinland Saga does really well, like showing the aftermath of these battles, like how brutal some of the injuries that people sustain or take in the fight, and it's every time I just imagine that these kind of scenes happened in real life, like before we had, sterilized hospitals, people who could reliably perform surgeries and give you medicine. Like back in the days where people thought there was this thing called bloodletting, I think it was called, where they would basically cut you. Like if you were sick, they were under the belief that if they cut you and let the blood drain from you, that whatever sickness was in you would pour out of your blood. Like I'm thinking of back in these days when people had injuries like what we're seeing. That is unbelievably crazy to think of. Sorry, quick side tangent. I saw this. It's related. I saw this this video of how certain traps used to be used in war. One of the traps was if a soldier was walking in the forest and they stepped on a wire, that arrows laced with feces would penetrate their skin, and if they didn't die from the penetration of the arrow, they would die from the feces being like infecting the wound. And there was a bunch of like examples like that, and that adds such another horrifying layer to just the thought of war. And scenes like what they're showing in Vinland Saga, I think they are capturing the pain that would happen in war. Because nowadays, I feel like people would associate death in war as like explosions or guns.
Yeah.
Right? But back then, that was like torturous. Yeah, it was torture to die. So it's intense.
Fuck. The chief engineer at where I used to work at, he loves history, and he was saying one of the big reasons why the United States didn't perform that well in Vietnam is because they were just not ready for a level of psychological torment that the Vietnamese like laid down, like some of the traps, some of the torturous ways. It was just like they were just not prepared for that shit.
I think the feces trap was in the Vietnam War.
Bro, they were ready Until this day, none
Yeah.
of the big countries want to freaking come out and say we fucking lost. Everyone just said there was some strategic retreats. It's like, nah, bro, y'all surrendered. But it is what it is, man. But yeah, nah, these folks fought fucking Ramsey like sadistic way, bro. Like crazy shit. Yeah, like some of these
Hmm.
soldiers came back fucked up from the shit they saw over there.
I can
Hmm.
imagine.
But it's some weird shit, man. Yeah, it's the aftermath. Hell of fucking death. Crazy shit. Wolf's like, Canute, maybe we should hit him one more time with the freaking send a message to let them know that, bro, they're surrendering. We need this shit to happen right away if you don't want this shit to continue. Canute's like, sure, bro, let's do it. Floki trying to come through, like, hey, can we requisition some more land? Canute's like, nah, bro, fuck you talking about. Like, if you're gonna spoil that shit and pillage it and make it fucking disgusting, this farm, its purpose is to be requisitioned for its fruitfulness. It's fertile. There's capacity here. There's what's the word? There's potential to this, and pillaging is just gonna fucking ruin something that can be so embellished. Well, already is beautiful. So Floki's like, oh, but what do you expect from my men? Like, bitch, just stay where you are. It is what it is. And then the evil twin, the fucking Eminem from My Darling, intro 3 NF, Fear comes back. Fear is his dad's head. It's like,
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
yeah, his dad is just, is literally, it's supposed to be Fear, but Canute has gone so far in the dark side that he enjoyed these conversations. Just like literally something is meant to torment you, to fucking like show you the fucked up shit you've been doing so you can be afraid of it whenever it comes in. Because you know sometimes the deep battles in your souls, the the hardest battles are the ones fought in the chambers of your souls, especially when you're dealing with guilt. It's something you don't want to see. Like you can't look at people in the eyes. You can't look at a mirror. It's what it's supposed to signify, but this motherfucker is just enjoying whenever his dad shows up. He even laughed like 4 or 5 or 10 episodes ago. He's like, huh, I can't believe I'm saying this, but you're the one guy I enjoy talking to. It's like, yeah, Canute is fucking far gone, yet still there because he cares for his guys. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, he's a hybrid.
Even
I don't understand.
I find it interesting that when the head was speaking to Canute, that they used a similar motif that they use for Thorfinn, like the mountain of corpses, or in
Hmm.
Canute's case, it's like a road of corpses.
Yeah, but he's not even
And
shocked.
yeah, and it's interesting because the trajectory of the lives of Canute and Thorfinn, like it's leading them to the same result, which is
Hmm.
carrying the weight of many deaths in order
Yeah.
to achieve whatever their goal is. And I wonder if the story is going in a direction where these two are going to be uh, natural enemies. I'm
Hmm.
curious what they're going to do with these two because clearly there's two stories that we're following here.
Yeah.
Like it's Thorfinn's story and then Canute's story. So
Yes. They will be natural enemies because it's also different, by the way. Thorfinn's atoning for people he's killed. He's killed so many
yes,
that he feel like his atonement needs to be
yes,
justifiable. It shouldn't be just like a quick slap in the wrist. This dude wants to suffer for what he's done. I get that. Canute doesn't see people he's killed. Canute is laser focused on his goal to create a utopia
yes.
on this planet, which the only way to do that is by him conquering this planet. Well, not his planet,
Mhm.
the portion of the side of the world where he currently resides. And by doing that with brute force, you have to kill. You have to take overs are never peaceful. They're hostile. So he's not even
Mhm.
seeing the dead bodies that he's fucking laying on the ground. No, he's just looking at ruling everyone. So they're different, and this is why they're going. Those perpendicular mindsets are going to come across, and they're not going to be able to be friends. Thorfinn's gonna be like, dude, you're killing. You need to stop killing. And Canute,
Mhm.
dude, I have to kill because I'm the true and most. What's the adjective I'm looking for? What's the adjective for the one that's most qualified? Yeah, I'm the most qualified person to lead. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I can only lead by conquering, and I can only conquer by killing. It's gonna be dope when these two clash.
Mhm.
It's gonna be like fucking season 2 of Daredevil. Like Red, when I put him down, they stay down, but when you put him down, they come back up. Oh, fucking love Frank
Mhm.
Castle in season 2, bro. Shit. Ugh. Crazy shit, man. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, his dad tell him, I guess you're going easy on these motherfuckers. But going easy or not, just so you know, there's hella dead bodies. You killed me, you killed your brothers, so you're gonna end up with a ton of corpses that will reach all the way to the sky. And homeboy's like, YOLO.
You know, bro.
Right? He's like, rich gang. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. He's nah. Dude, just give me a good bad guy. I'm here for it, bro. Like give me a fucking Homelander from The Boys. Like, show me that fucking you grew this kid in a lab. He never had love. He never had friends. So therefore, he has mommy issues. He has a bunch of fucking self-esteem issues. He's longing to be loved by the public. That's why you want to make sure he's liked, bro. Give me a fucking Cersei Lannister. Like his dad. Her dad pushed her to the side. That's a fucking men's group. You're not fit to lead. So she gets there and hold on to the power as much as she can, bro. Just, like Canute's villain arc is so good. Cast aside by your dad, you're too weak. You're fucking girlish. Like fucking Ragnar just rolls you like a fucking weird prince that's anti-war and religion and shit. Like, I'm sending you to war so you can die, so your brother can take over. And he's like, fuck that, I'm gonna do this. I'm mad at God, fuck that, I'm gonna do this. But it's like you're seeing, and it makes sense, his progression to the dark side. I just love justify bad guys. Like, give me a Thanos, bro. Like, I watch my planet get wiped out. Yeah, I'm on a mission to make sure that half of the people in this fucking world dies. just to preserve the goods for the rest of the people. And it's gonna be random. I'm not choosing, except for Gamora. I'm gonna choose Gamora. She can live. Some crazy shit, man. Oh, I love a good bad guy. Not some stupid shit. Like, fuck, I grew up and I'm just bad. I just want to be bad. Like the fuck? Like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Like just, give me a Killmonger, man. Abandoned. Of course you're abandoned as a kid. All right, I'm going too far. Let's get back to Vinland Saga. Too many good bad guys. I love a good bad guy. But yeah, it's the death's gonna reach the sky, man, and that's fucking what it is. But oh well. He's like, it is what it is, man. Fuck that. And then they take us to the coward, which the episode is fucking centered around.
My God. My God.
Omar. Can't stomach the fucking atrocities that he's seeing, aftermath of soldiers screaming, well, not soldiers, civilians, because these motherfuckers were just hyped by the fact that they'll no longer be in debt, so they would fucking pick up a sword and axe and do anything to not be under the financial grip of someone. But anyway, reality hit. We weren't skilled. Motherfuckers are screaming left and right. They're dying, and Omar's like, holy shit, I can't stomach this. This is too much. Some girls like, cause I not.
You know, that's the girl from episode 1, I think.
I know, that's Bay. That's Bay that's Bay that the how can I word this in a PG-13 way? The cookie wasn't good enough to keep Olmar at bay. I was like,
you don't gotta
he was like, that's not. He's like, Olmar was like, yeah, that's not good enough. You know, there are some that will just make you freaking like Kettle out here be saying shit like, Arnie, don't leave me. So, yeah, it wasn't that strong. Like Olmar got up and said, bitch, what are you doing? I'm running away. You're not doing it right. Shit, you're not a pro. Oh my goodness, crazy shit. But yeah, that's Bay. Bay's like, my father lost her arms. And you know, the way her interests are she's so faithful to her future. Homeboy start coughing and throwing up. The bitch forgot about her dad.
I know, right?
Her armless dad.
That stood out to me too. I was like, wow, your tears just dried up. You went straight over them.
Hey man, she got secured a bag. I applaud her. Shit. But there's nothing more vulnerable than a man that's crying, Christian, in front of everyone. Bro, the right woman, the intelligent woman, come through. That's it. That's it. Swoop in. That's it. To make sure to do something though, Christian, they zoom in on her hands. Bro. Every time she touched him, like you can see the marks. Like it's like you can see that that's a hard worker, because of course you have to work because they're all working. You know, they never touched up on this. It was subtle. Whoa, Christian, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They never touched up on this. It was subtle, but this episode kind of showed you the dark side of being on Keto's farm as someone who's working for him. Like a not so slave, but slave, because everyone that was on that farm had to pay taxes, debt. They had debt for Keto. Like
Mhm.
how they show you that guy who he stopped from running, and it's like, well, we don't do shit because you're the king. We fall in line. Now you got to fall in line. Or that girl, her hands. She's not a slave, but her hands. Maybe you didn't see it. If you can go back, you use because they make sure to accentuate on that. Every time she would hold him, touch Olmar as he's throwing up, they'll zoom in on her hands. Same as Harney's hands, just to paint the picture of hardworking people. A bit too
Mhm.
hardworking, even. Because do you even remember the kid who stole the piece of bread because his father left? His mom was dying, but debt needed to be paid because they owed and they weren't working. So for that reason, they couldn't get food. So he had to steal. As yeah, they didn't accentuate enough on because we only saw the benevolent side of Kettle until he switched and fucked homegirl up. But like the
Mhm.
people were actually struggling on that farm.
Yeah. Yeah. And also if we consider what kind of situation would a family need to be in for the parents to basically prostitute their daughter to
Yeah.
the son of the guy who's leading the farm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some dark stuff. Yeah.
She couldn't do it. Hey, she came for round two. she's like,
Yeah, she was ready.
she's like, my prince, are you okay? it's like, oh shit, she came for round two.
Yeah.
Omar's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. He wait before throwing up, he backs out and hit the guy that he accidentally killed because the fucking mysterious man that
Yep.
nobody knows threw the coin and split his eye. Just where is this man, bro? Where the fuck is
I
this man?
forgot about him. Yeah, you I forgot about him.
Fuck, where's this man? We need this man. Crazy shit.
I'm sure he'll come back.
Yeah. So, like Wolf said, yeah, to send someone to let them know to surrender, they spoke with Snake. And Snake tells Sverkel and Thorgil and the mom in the background, bro, that old bitch need to fucking, like, bitch, chill. Like, your
Yeah,
husband was smashing. It's just,
she was doing a lot of talking this episode.
like, we can't go back. But that's the thing, Christian, there's a certain status. Like, if you're a woman back then, you hit the lottery by marrying a king. Kettle's basically a king of his farm. To hear that you're about to turn back into a commoner, which means you're probably gonna end up being a slave, unfortunately. So I completely
Mhm.
understand. Like, bro, yeah, homegirl threw a bowl at Snake, and my boy didn't even flinch. Like, we're not
Mhm.
surrendering. The fuck is this? Thorgil's like, I'm not doing this shit. And Sverkel's like, hold up, wait a minute. It's not your decision. Before Kettle went through the shit he went through, he actually appointed a successor, and he is gonna have to get the say. That's kind of shocking, actually. I thought that would have been Thorgil because he didn't really get
Same.
along
Yeah.
with Olmar, and Olmar was disrespectful as fuck. So I don't know why
Yeah.
not your oldest son. Like that's yeah, I was kind of weirded out by that. Imagine if it
Well,
was
it could
Pater. That would
be.
have been even crazier. That would have made sense to me more than Olmar actually, but I don't know.
Yeah, Patter, he is the most level-headed guy there, I think.
Yeah.
But I
Mm-hmm.
think because if you remember, Kettle, he was afraid of Thorgil, so maybe
Yeah.
he didn't want somebody
Mm,
who's so with such a
yeah.
tendency for violence to be in
Uh-huh.
control.
Yeah.
So
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense, man. Omar summoned. He's like, bro, we're gonna surrender. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, we're not gonna surrender. Yes, we are gonna surrender. And I like how two things happen, which I love. Like one, Thorgil is so smart. Seeing that Omar's like gonna surrender, he trying to play the devil's advocate to rile him up. Rile. How do you pronounce that, Christian? Rile him up. Rile.
Riley, yeah.
English, not my first language. But yeah, rile him up.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah, he
well,
tried to manipulate him,
yeah. Just so you know, you were just defending your ground. No, I didn't. I caused this. You kind of didn't. They would have found a way either way. And you stood.
which is
You
true.
killed one of them. That's not false. That's true. Like Canute was determined. That farm was the one that would get requisitioned, regardless of what you do. You happen to just be dumb as fucking handed your family on a platter that came sooner than it was supposed to. But it is what it is. But yeah, no, you were just defending your shit, bro. Like they are dumb. They attacked you. You're the king. You're calling the shot now. Just remember that. You know, like, and he snaps. He's like, "Bitch, don't fucking try getting in my head, bro." You know how much strength it takes to admit to a whole room your, like, not your weakness, but your true self, like something you've been wrestling with for a while. They say it takes a lot of strength to admit to being a coward outwardly, not just holding it inside. Like there's nothing cowardice about,
Especially,
yeah, especially what,
yeah,
especially,
like especially someone as prideful as Olmar, because he's incredibly
yeah,
prideful.
yeah, I know. No, homeboy had a freaking reality checks quick. He's like, stop talking, bro. I'm an incompetent man who deserved to be mocked, but I didn't have the courage to silently accept their mockery, bro.
Yeah,
The
Olmar's voice
wording,
actor here, the wording, the
yeah,
performance was phenomenal.
yeah, mm-mm. Bro. And he's like, I'm surrendering. I don't care if people laugh at me, bro. Just as in like I've made up my not made up my mind. I've grown into this mature person now. Like I don't care if you laugh at me. I'm going to do this because this needs to stop. I caused this. People are about to die. They're gonna keep killing us, and it's my fault. I'm gonna go out there and surrender. And Snake's like, thank God. Snake's like, finally, yo, I'm coming with you, master. Snake, don't, dude. I've never seen someone so skilled yet so anti-war. No, not anti-war. Anti-dying. Actually, he's just reasonable. Like we can't win this, it's not worth me fighting this and putting my life on the line. But yeah, it's beautiful. And Thorgil's like, "Fuck this shit. I'm leaving. You're all a bunch of cowards." And you can tell that hit Olmar very deep. I felt kind of bad for him, but it is what it is. Oof. And then Sverkel, man. Sverkel seeing the bright side, the glass half full, bro. Like, Kettle, you can't see
Mm,
this. I know you can't see this shit, but no, before that. This is what I've been telling you, man. Do you see what power does to a man? Like, too much power made you think you're at the top to challenge some guy that, an opponent that you could not have in a million years defeat. But you were just so power hungry that you thought this little farm that you have with none skilled fucking civilians would help you overthrow a king with promises to assuage him of their debt. Like, I hope you learn a lesson from that. And if nothing good comes out of it, at least one thing came out that
mm.
sure you lost your farm, but your son is now a man. If
I
I
got
was Kettle, I'm
chills
like, bitch,
when he
shut
said
the
that.
fuck up. If I'm Kettle, I'll knock myself back into consciousness. Be like, shut the fuck up, bitch. I just lost my farm. Fuck, like, fuck Omar. Like, I don't give a fuck. What the fuck is this, bro? Talking about my son become a man, bitch. Fuck out of here. I lost my farm. Shit. I lost my girl, but I lost Bay. Shit. I don't give a fuck about my son. Oh, crazy shit. And
Do you
then,
think the smartest move for the Kettle family would be to just like work under Canute as opposed to being like beggars in the street?
as in that will be another division of his militia or army or
Well, not even that. Just like because it just hit me that because the stakes for the Kettle family is incredibly high. Like if they are kicked out, they become people who have to beg because it's not like
I know,
there's
right?
welfare programs for them to like get back up on
There's
their
no
feet.
unemployment. There's no
Yeah,
unemployment.
there's no unemployment.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
I would think that like yeah, you're not going to be the leader of the farm, but if you could convince Canute like okay, I'll give you my land just so that I'm not out on the streets starving. Let me run this for you and give all the profits to you. That
Mm.
would be a good solution, I think. But
But
he's burning bridges. He burned a lot of bridges, so that's probably not an option anymore.
mm,
But
that is true, actually.
yeah,
Yeah, that bridge is done burned. Fuck. But Canute's reasonable. Yeah.
that is true.
And
That is
you can
true.
tell too, part of him still doesn't want, he doesn't, he's not pro-war, because although I said the king's like, oh, look at all these dead bodies, blah 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 blah, he's managed to conquer 2 kingdoms with 0 fight through poisoning of the king. Is so yeah, so he's actually not like, he will avoid death if it needs to be avoided. Yeah, I hope Thorfinn can see that. I hope they can reasonably speak, because yeah, he's actually not he's not Thorgil, he's not Thorkel. It's actually a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I hope they can see eye to eye, because yeah, there's some similarities there. It's just one want to conquer, and one just want to be left alone in a world with no, and a little, and carve a place for himself with no war. One just want to conquer. Yeah, it's I don't think they'll never get along. It's crazy shit. So yeah, Einar saw something as he was grieving and ran to Leif and was like, "Yo, where's Thorfinn? How'd you let Thorfinn go? What the fuck is going on?" Leif's like, "Yo, listen, I've been looking for this man for a long time. I made an oath to a friend to get him back, but he's being moved by something greater than that oath. Ooh. And I can't stop him, but I know he'll come back. Oh. So I will take the back seat, because I know I'm going to bring him home one day. But what he needs to do trumps my desire. It's not even desire, my duty, my responsibility to bring him back." That was beautiful writing, man. Like, I understand. Listen, I want to get him back as much as you do, bro. I want him on that boat back in Iceland with you, but homeboy's destined for greater things, and I gotta wait for that. Oh, Einar's like, "What? Fuck you mean I gotta wait, bitch?" What direction did he go? And they're like, "What the fuck's going on? Who's this petite nigga? Who's this petite dude?" The Jump Vikings are analyzing. Who's this petite dude? What is this? What do you want? I just want to speak with Canute. Bro, Canute.
I'm surprised that when he said I'm son of Thor's, they didn't even like perk up at hearing Thor's. Thor's, he is like he was the strongest man in the world compared
to
to
Jump Viking. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Christian, it's so different. It's a whole different generation. Okay. I think years have passed, Christian. These are new guys, because Thorkel's old. Thorkel is Thor's generation. These are new Jump Viking. Not new. These are like younger guys. These are guys who are Thorfinn's age, who's now older. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. As in, it's a whole different set of Jump Viking, because the older guys are dead. The older guys are either Thor's dead or Thorkel, very old and can fight, but is drinking somewhere. That's probably why. But still, another thing too, Christian, the way he left. Yeah, his reputation must have just stopped with that generation. Because he left in such cowardice terms, because he escaped the Jump Vikings. The king allowed him to fucking keep living. Yeah. So like, yeah, nobody mentioned this man's name. It's leprosy to talk about him. Like, sight. Like, it's leprosy to talk about sight. You get killed for that. Christian, you never finished C. Crazy shit. That's what it is. You don't have to say anything, bro. I'm gonna keep explaining. It's fine. Just don't say shit. Don't say shit.
Go for it.
And Canute hears, fuck, like Wolf come and tell him, son of Thor's, bro, and he flinched. Like,
Yeah, my heart sank when Canute heard Thorfinn came, because it was a really intense. They made that a really intense moment. Floki, he perked up too.
Yes. Oh yeah. He's from excitement. Oh, that's a motherfucker we killed. that's the kid of the motherfucker we fucking sent Askeladd to kill. Crazy shit. I wish Thorfinn will know. Even if he knows there's nothing he'll do, he's in his fucking zen, relaxed state. Imagine that's what brings him back. Last scene of season 2, Thorfinn learning Floki's the guy responsible for your dad's death. Like freaking, and we see 2 daggers come out of nowhere that he's been hiding under that apron since he started working at that farm. that little pink dress is never dirty. bro. The fucking like this motherfucker refuses to change. That's what it is. Yeah. And they keep freaking trying to fight. The guy's name is Drott, and of course Thorfinn's dodging shit, bro. Like, yo, I just want to talk to you, the king, bro. And he hears, bro, like, we can't settle the wages if this continues, and that kind of knocks him off his balance, and he actually get punched by Drott, and he gets up, like,
Well,
what the fuck's going on? Go ahead.
I think he let himself get hit though. Like he was trying to
Um,
turn to change the momentum of the situation because it
no,
was.
I don't know why I said no like that. If you rewatch it, you'll see as soon as the guy said wages, he's like, what? And he gets hit. He's like, wait, wages? Oh, so you're betting on this? Okay, I'll bet on myself then. I
But
was shocked too. But what?
because I remember him saying that this is not good. Like I need to change the situation. And then in my mind, I saw him as soon as he said that internally. He heard somebody in the crowd say that, and then he was like, "Oh, okay, this is a good opportunity to change the momentum. Let me get hit."
Ah,
That's how I
you can
interpreted it.
no, that's plausible actually. That's a good way to see it. You can see it like that. You're entitled to your opinions,
Yeah.
Christian. You can see it like that. No, I'm kidding. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense actually. Christian, you're right.
Yeah.
Your way makes more sense than the way I was thinking. Because in my head, I'm just like, when he said, I need to find a way to change this, it's the guy kept swinging. He's like, bro, dodging constantly is just not the best strategy here. I need to find something else. And when you heard wages, he's like, wait, what? But nah, your way makes sense too. Nevertheless, Einar arrived, like, Thorfinn, you don't gotta do this shit. Let's stop. And Thorfinn's like, nah, I gotta do this. Einar's like, bro, you don't even care about these people. Let them fight their war. Let's get on this boat. Thorfinn's like, nah, bro, chill. Daddy, chill. Um, he said, he said, you guys are betting. I'm gonna bet on myself. If I win, you guys please let your king know that I want to speak with him. Little does he know, Canute already said, yeah, I'm not speaking to this motherfucker. He
Yeah.
doesn't even know. And the guy's like, nah, that's too easy, bro. The way you've been, that agility, the way you've been dodging all these moves from Drott. Yeah, we need to raise the stakes. You need to withstand 100 blows, bro. Christian,
Mm.
you've never watched Unbroken. You read it. I watched it. There's a scene where they make him hold on. No, they don't make him hold on. Not yet. They make every guy in the camp punch him in the face. It was either
Mm.
that or they were going to kill some Americans. And he's like, just punch me. He tells everyone, just punch me. It's fine. And every guy punches him, bro. Like, line up and hit him. Dude, the shit this man went through in Unbroken is insane. Bro, this man had to be part black. So it's like
Well, I don't
this
know about
this
that.
man had to be a descendant of some former slave. It's just because you know how black people can just take shit, just take oppression, take systemic racism, just take microaggressions. Just all right, I'm stretching. Like this dude just took, bro, crazy shit. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? Yeah. He's like, it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Like the writing of these situations and Thorfinn's character continues to shock and impress me. These scenarios.
Mm,
That's such what a wager. 100
right?
blows
Right.
from
One
an
guy, one
incredibly
giant.
strong man. Yeah.
Right. Uh Aenor's like, you don't gotta do this, bro. Just leave this war. You're crazy for doing this. Like, let's fucking go back. And then he brings
Mm.
up something that we've been saying for a long time. These motherfuckers have had it way too easy on this fucking farm. Like, how dare y'all be slaves and be chilling this much? I'm so glad he brings this up. He's like, bro, I've only known war before this. But during my time here, with Kettle, the master, his dad, Sverkel, the old master, Pater, the former slave, who's now our fucking guidance counselor through this fucking school of slavery, they've all showed me kindness. Are you okay with not returning the kindness we received? I'm like, bro, I'm not even mad at that. I'm like, y'all had the
Yeah.
easiest slavery experience I've ever seen. There's like a few retainers that fuck with you once, and then now the head of the retainers dine with you every night, so no retainers fuck with you ever again, because you're pretty much Snake's boy. It's just
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
bro, thank you for saying this. I mean, although your cause is more justified, you don't want war. Like you trying to cease this shit. Like you want a world with peace, and it coincidentally aligned with a master who's been semi-kind to you. What kind? Straight up kind. Because he let Einar go for free. He was like, you want Thorfinn and his friend? Sure, but Arnie's staying. Like, Einar literally just went for free, Christian. Just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like, bro. It's like, nah, I am going to return that kindness. Einar's like, bro, it's 100. How you gonna do it? He's like, bro, there's a trick to getting hit. I'm used to getting hit. Oh, like shit. It's like freaking Hulk telling Tony Stark, Doc, it's time to get angry. Well, there's a trick to being angry. I'm always angry, or some shit like that. I think he said in Avengers #1 before he transformed, and then they get in that fucking circle, and that's the poster in my bedroom. I have that poster in my bedroom. But yeah, crazy. I'm a Marvel fan. Weird shit. But yeah, yeah. He's like, there's a trick. I'm used to getting hit. And Drott is like, bro, the bear killer, which it's a fucking slow animal. That's not even a flex.
Oh no, dude, bears are terrifying. I've only just recently like understood just how scary bears are.
Really?
Nah, if you ever look into like a polar bear, oh dude. Okay, real quick, because I know we're at the end of the episode, but there's something really interesting I heard. It was a Joe Rogan. He was on this podcast called Flagrant. He was speaking to these guys, and he was talking about polar bears and this one story he heard. And I did some research on it, and I listened more to the story. But apparently, a long time ago, there were these adventurers that were trying to explore some part in Antarctica, I think, some icy place, and they were the place that they were exploring had polar bears, and they were stuck on like these sheets of ice that were floating in the water, and the polar bear that they saw was like maybe 5 sheets of ice away from them, but the polar bear saw them on the water and that they were stranded pretty much. So the polar bear, he just dived into the water, and then nobody knew where he was. And then he came back up on one ice sheet, and then he dived into the water again, and then he came back up, and then dived again, and he was slowly approaching these people who were stranded on the ice float in the middle of the water. And then when the polar bear finally caught up to them, it grabbed one of the people who were stuck there, and it was eating him alive while everybody just watched. And while he was being eaten alive, they escaped to the other ice floats. And I think one of the things that made the situation so scary is that they were shooting at the polar bear, like with their guns, and it wasn't doing anything to it. And it just kept eating the guy alive. So imagine this huge, gigantic thing. You would think like a human made gun would give you a sense of safety in that situation. Any of us would, right? Like if it was you or I in that scenario and we had a gun, it's like, okay, no way this thing can take on a gun. And if it does take on a gun, you can't do anything else to it. Like you can't like wrestle it or cut it. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna kill you. So I
Right.
think polar bears and like tigers, these creatures are maybe gorillas too. They are some of the biggest, most concerning
Heavy.
animals to find in the wild. Yeah, predators. So
Hmm.
for him to say he is a bear killer, that's no joke. Like, that's
Okay.
no joke.
Listen, after
Like,
your story, Christian, let me omit that.
no.
Damn, he's the real deal. Motherfucker's the real deal. Hmm.
Yeah, bears are scary.
I did not know that, but I do know they're very like sadistic creatures, as in bears will chuck roads billions. Truck explained something once and my old boss confirmed that because he's like, he read about it. He's like, that's true. Bears, they would eat like fishes, but the way they eat the fish that they catch is they'll just skin the fish alive with their nails because they have like claws, sharp claws, and they'd fucking eat the parts that they like and leave the residue on the floor. As in, they'll dissect this live animal and then just take the little portion they want and let it go. But this is Chuck's story. Some bears, although they're fed, Christian, although they're full, they'll take out the fishes, dissect them, and then just leave them. Because they're full. That's a loud car. Like, really? They don't need to eat no more. Yeah, but they'll still hunt.
Wow.
just to tear them apart, to not eat them, but just drop them back. That's some Ramsey Bolton shit, bro. That's some fucking, what's some other sadistic motherfuckers out there that I've seen in shows. Can't remember, actually. It's intense as fuck. Yeah. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, I retract that whole statement. I take it all back. Drott is the real deal. He's that dude. He's a bear killer. Yeah. Homeboy's in some other shit. And he's like, I've never been mocked like this. I'll kill you, bro. I don't know how homeboy is gonna survive these 100 blows, but God save the king. Some crazy shit. But yeah, man, on that note, we're fucking done. We ended. I'm going to sleep. Tired of this shit. All right. Oh, that's right, torture. Man. Christian, we got 3 more to go. And then poems.
And then poems. Yep.
And then short stories. Bro, fucking. And then haikus. Imagine we got like a haiku. And sonnets. Let's get Shakespearean on these motherfuckers. Crazy shit. Let's do Othello. Othello's my favorite story. My favorite Shakespeare story. Jealousy.
Yeah,
fucking love it.
Crazy you know what we should do? Yeah, maybe actually no, you don't like reading. I was gonna say we should like do some of the classics and just dissect them. Like some classic books. But
like what?
Moby Dick. It's pretty
I've never read that. Yeah.
That's a tough book though. You might need to, if you are actually down, like it would have to be a book that's not as hard of a read. Maybe what's the kids who are stranded in an island?
Christian, that's literally what I was gonna. Yes, when I stopped you the first time, I was like, Christian, that's what I was gonna say. I've never read that, but I want to read that. The butterfly, some shit. What the fuck? Google that shit right now. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The 6 white boys or some shit.
Yeah. I forget the name.
Kids on island book. Kids on island who eat each other book. Kids on island who
a severed pig
form kingdom book. Google is so dumb proof. Show me that shit now. Lord of the Flies. Google's fucking
Lord of the Flies. Yeah,
bro. Yeah. Christian, I literally typed kids on island who form kingdom book. It's just and it just pops up Lord of the Flies. I want to read that shit. I want to fucking read that shit.
Dude, I love books, man. If you want to do this, I'm down.
Hey, man, this is infinite. Dude, this podcast is about to be so fucking vast, so broad of just thought-provoking literature, shows, anime, movies, short stories, poems, potentially songs. Might be like NF only. But,
imagine we cover like some mumble rap artist.
And he said, I fucked your girl. She nutted. And the artistic unity, Christian. Holy shit. No way. How did he do that? The inspiration.
Gucci gang. He's a genius.
Give this man an Oscar. Shit. Yo, oh my goodness. Thank God we found each other. Shit. You don't understand the fucking buffoonery out there, Christian. It's insane. My music is so selective because of that. Ooh, yeah. Like, nah, just, Christian. I'm not even a guy that goes like heartbreak, but like, like Sam Smith, James Arthur, Louis Capaldi, bro, their albums are fire. And then Black Centric, Christian, Dave. Little Sims. They want to give us the
Mm.
Bible and have us give up the land. We rely on migration workers more than before. They're key workers, but they can't even make it through the door. They're key workers. Ugh! The sun rises a little
Mm.
later when your oppressor is also your liberator. That's Dave. Ugh, what Lil Sim say? The mercenaries don't fight the war for the free. Crazy shit, man.
It's
No.
crazy how you
Just
have like you can just call on these lyrics on demand
because they're
sometimes.
potent. Christian, as a black guy, listen, you're a black guy fucking listening to Dave or Little Sims and hearing these people get deep into the trauma that the black community faces. Like, why is mental health a taboo in the black community? Like fucking there's Three Rivers. Three Rivers, that's with Dave. Three Rivers basically about Nigerians trying to get into England because of civil war and shit in their country. And there's a lyric in there. He's talking about the people that won't allow them to get in, the border patrol or the government as a whole in England. He's like, when you're at heaven's gates, what you telling the Lord? You wouldn't even let a kid into some steadier shore. It's like, bro,
Mm.
oh. But that's a double-edged sword because like I don't know. I have mixed feelings about these things. But yeah, it's
You
no.
just you just reminded me of I don't know why, but I thought of Harriet Tubman when you were when you were talking about that. And it just dawned on me that her story felt like a myth to me when I was a kid. But now
Mm.
that I'm like aware that it's not a myth, I want to go back and read her her journey because she built like an underground railroad or not
Yeah,
railroad, but underground
yeah,
tunnel for slaves to escape.
yeah. Her story is definitely underrated. I mean, Black history is something that they covered briefly in school. I mean, why would they want you to know that you had a bunch of fucking fearless trendsetters in a time where they literally was putting their lives on the line to do shit? We don't want to fucking breed a next generation of fearless folks. Nah, bro. We want to keep you docile. We need you to keep eating that chicken. We need you to keep putting that perm in your hair. That's me alluding to
Oh no.
Diclo Tyrone, which
Yeah,
we
they
fucking broke down. The link is up there if you're watching this shit on YouTube.
oh man, at the very end, he snuck one in there.
I snuck one in there, Christian. Crazy shit. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, bro. I gotta fucking go to sleep, Christian. We don't get paid for this. Remember.
Yeah, it's true. We are way over time. Way
Yeah.
over.
3 episodes to go, bro. 3 fucking episodes to go. Let's do it. Let's end with a bang. Rich gang.
All right.
All right, dude.
Okay. All right, man.
Bye.
Bye.